Hey yo, what is up? It's Proture here, and I'm back with the video. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the time I got caught in school with weed. And this actually happened like a month ago, like right before I got out of summer break, and this shit happened, bro. It was tragic. So what had happened was, my dumbass took my weed to school, and I had it like grinded up in my grinder and shit. And so I walked into school. It was a normal day. When the first class, got done with it, and I want to go meet up my friends, and I see my friend, and I'm like, hey yo bro, does my backpack stink? Cause like, how that shit stinks too. And I open my backpack, and he's like, yeah, that shit stinks. And then my other friend, he's like, hey yo, let me smell it. And I was like, alright, bet. I let him smell it. He's like, yeah, it stinks. And another one came. He's like, why you guys smelling the bag? And I'm like, it stinks like weed. He's like, let me smell. And then he smelled it. My dumb ass didn't realize that across the fucking sidewalk was a security guard. And I wasn't paying attention at the time. I was like, whatever, it's cool. You guys can smell it. Tell me if it smells, And I wasn't paying attention. So this security, I noticed he walks up to me, and he doesn't say shit. He just looks at me. He just glances at me, and I'm just like, damn, what the fuck. But he doesn't do shit. So I'm like, all right, I'm cool. And I go to my next class. So my next class, I got like PE. You have to go in the locker and change up so you can like work out and stuff. So I go in the locker. I'm going to my shit to change and stuff, and I noticed that there's more security guards in the locker, and I'm just like, what the hell? Like, there's at least 3 security guards in there. And so I'm like, that's kind of weird. I go to my locker, and next thing you know, there's 2 securities on 2 ends, and then another one blocking me, so I wouldn't like, try to run or get away. And so I was like, shit, I knew what was going on. I know what happened. And so the security comes up to me. He's like, what do you have in your bag? And I'm like, shit. That's when I knew I fucked up. So I'm just like, oh shit. He's like, let me see your bag. And I'm like, alright. And I open my locker, and I give him my bag. And he's like, is this what I think is in the bag? And I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. And he's like, alright. And he's like, come with me to the office. And I was like, shit, I'm fucking dead, bro. Because my parents, they don't know I do this stuff. And they're like, it might be, they trip out hella. They always tell me not to do that stuff and shit. I'm like, damn, I'm dead. So they take me to the office, and previous to that year, I got in trouble for fighting some kid because he bit me. Because we were playing basketball, and then I grabbed him in a headlock, and he bit me. So I like started punching him and shit. And yeah, so earlier I got in trouble. So when I walked in the office, the girl was like, didn't I deal with you earlier this year? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, since I was suspended already, there was a risk I wasn't gonna be able to like come back to the school. I was gonna get expelled, and I was gonna have to go to a new other school, and my parents would be pissed if that ever happened. So already I knew I was in fucking trouble. I was like, damn, man, I'm gonna have to go to a whole nother school, and I'm done with. So but luckily that didn't happen. But I'm in the office. She's all like, what do you have in your bag? And I'm like, yeah, I have the weed and stuff. And she's like, alright. So the securities, they grab my bag, and they dump all my shit. Like, all my shit. They look through everything. And I'm just like, damn, what the hell? Like, the securities on my ass. They like dump my whole bag. And then after they dump my bag and stuff, and they're done searching, they're like, alright, put your shit back in your... But they don't say shit, but they're like, put your things back in the bag. And I'm like, what the fuck? You just dumped it out. You telling me to put it back? And one of the security guards told the other security guard, he's like, never put their shit back in their bag. Let them do it themselves. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, back in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck? This nigga weird. So, I put my stuff back, and then she starts talking to me. She's like, why would you bring this? How'd you get it? Are you selling it? And my dumb ass, I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm just like, nah. And I just answer all her questions with like something simple, like yes, no, or I don't do that, like stuff like that. I don't explain no more. So like, then she's like, all right, I'm about to call your parents and tell them what happened. You're gonna get suspended up to 5 days. And I'm just like, damn, bro, I'm about to get suspended, like, for my second time. And keep in mind, I've never ever been suspended, and I'm in my 9th grade, so like it was freshman year, I'd never been suspended in my life. This was like my second time. Well, I've been suspended. Like, the first time I ever got suspended, ever got in trouble, was in freshman. That was when I got in that fight. But that's the only time, and this was about to be my second time, bro. I was like, damn, I'm screwed. So she tells me, she's like, all right, so we're gonna call your parents. And she calls my dad, but my dad didn't answer. So I was like, damn, my parents weren't answering the phone. So they're like, all right, you're gonna have to go to ISS, which is in school suspension, which is like you go to a little room and you just fucking sit there with some other idiots. And so I was like, damn, all right, bet. And I went to the class. It was like at least like a good 2 hours. Like I was in there like 2 hours, and she like finally comes, and I was like I was falling asleep in there, and she comes, and all of a sudden I just hear like my name, and she's like, your dad's here to pick you up. And I was like, shit, I'm fucking dead. I'm about to get my ass beat when I get home. So I walk up back to the office, and there's my dad. He's like, he got out of work so he could pick me up, and I saw his face, and I was just like, yeah, I'm fucked. So she's like, all right, well, you're gonna have to, I get suspended. She said 5 days, but like I agreed to a contract where like next year they're able to search me whenever they want. So this coming year that I'm about to go back to school, they can search me whenever the fuck they want, just in case I have anything. And so I'm on that contract. So I got suspended for 3 days and now 5 days, and that was like 1 week before we got out of school. So I still got to do my finals, which is good, and I passed all my classes, which is good. And yeah, man, I was like, damn, I'm so lucky. And yeah, so my dad's there to pick me up. Back to the story, my dad's there to pick me up, and the girls are like, we're gonna have to have a meeting, so your son can come back to school the following day. So we agreed, and I got in the car with him to go home. He just looked at me. He's like, what the fuck are you doing at school? And I'm just like, oh shit. He starts like cussing me out. He's like you don't come to school to fucking do that stupid shit. You come to school to learn and shit. And I'm just like, yeah, you're right. And like he's just like saying all this shit, and I'm just like, damn, I'm in trouble. And like I actually thought I was gonna get more in trouble, because that's like weed, and I don't know. Like the ride home, he starts telling me like, where did you get that? Like he starts asking me these questions. He started like screaming at me and stuff. And my mom, like when I got home, my mom was at home because she just gave birth. She had just gave birth, because like my mom was pregnant and stuff. My little sister, she was like she was like days old. So she was at home, and I was like, damn, I felt bad. And like the first thing I walked in the door, she sees me, and she starts crying. I'm just like, damn, I fucked up. Like she was crying. She's like, why would you do that? She wasn't even like angry. She was just like mad. Like, not, I just said she wasn't angry. She was like, she wasn't angry. She was like upset, and she was like crying. And I was like, damn. And so like, yeah, they started talking to me like why I was doing that, like why I'm smoking weed, who gave it, like everything. Like they asked me every question. And so like I was like, shit. Like if you ever been caught like that, you know how it feels. It's like the worst feeling ever. Like it's the worst feeling. Like at least for me, it was the worst feeling. So yeah, after that, I went back to school, and I finished school with passing all my classes. And yeah, man, So that's basically the story. I mean, I ain't got anything else to say but that. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy this. That like will let me know, or just comment. Just do something to let me know you like this. But thank you guys for watching. This was my first ever story time. Tell me if you guys like it. I can make more. I have more stories. And yeah, man, peace out.